Okay, the lighting is trash, but we're here. I wanted to get out of bed. I was like, I'm making videos. I'm making videos. I've been feeling it, feeling the creativeness to do it. So let's get into it. I think a lot of the time the problem is with men. When it comes to this talk about healing and being healed and all this crap that men try to throw at women, which is just ridiculous. The problem is a lot of men are, I don't want to say this, that they're not healed. It's more about when it comes to healing, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean? Everybody thinks, oh, you're healed or I'm healing. And I'm like, okay, so you just sitting around taking your time thinking that all the trauma and pain that you put on yourself and caused or that person caused for you in your relationship is just going to disappear. That's not what happens. That's not what happens at all. In reality, taking accountability for whatever you did, realizing what they did to you, stop being delusional, that is when you officially are healing. And I think we need to stop saying healing. We really do. Because people are not healing, they're not healed, it's not working. It all comes to taking accountability, to owning up to doing something wrong, to owning up to, and not even just doing something wrong to that person, for yourself. Like, say you should have left sooner in a relationship and you did not leave, own up to that. Be like, yeah, I was with that person because I didn't want to be alone. Everybody said you're going to be lonely for the rest of your life. They said I might not have kids. They said I might not get married. They said that I couldn't do it. They said, and let's talk like as if I was a dude or something. They said I couldn't be that guy. They said I couldn't get this girl. They said I could, you listen to everything that people said and then you ended up being with a piece of crap. And it's more about a piece of crap for you. That person may not be a piece of crap overall, but they're a piece of crap for you. I love the way I did that with the body. But a lot of people stay because of the thought of what people say. Like I said, I get bullied online and I don't give a damn. Google AdSense, the Silicon Valley gods are paying me, so I'm straight. I'm fine. I don't care. But that's also a motivator for me to get back out here, and that's why I'm talking. I love talking about relationships. I love talking about people. I love talking to people. Like, that's my thing. And I've always thought about being a therapist or maybe a counselor. Not doing it yet. I'm doing other things, flight attendant. But definitely, it's interesting to me that a lot of people, it just dawned on me. Let me say it dawned on me lately that a lot of people need to stop focusing on, specifically men, need to stop focusing on, I'm healing, I'm on my healing journey. Girl, come to me when you're healed. When you're healed. Like, shut up. Healing is trash. Stop healing. Who gives a, like, who cares? It's trash. What everyone needs to do is take accountability and realize that people traumatized them, realize that people did them dirty, realize that they let people do them dirty, realize that they let bad people into their lives. That's really what needs to happen. In reality, it's not about, it really is not about healing. I don't think so. I don't think we should care about healing anymore. Healing sucks, honestly. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, healing sucks. I want more people to take accountability or realize what really happened to them. A lot of men in particular, I will say, because that's what I'm dating right now. We dating men. It's been a roller coaster. But a lot of men don't understand or want to understand that their previous partner traumatized them. Sorry, y'all. I had to sneeze. Their previous partner traumatized them. Their previous partner took advantage of them, whatever. And especially as a man, like, they don't want to feel that. They don't want to know that. So what they do is block it out and try to say I'm healing or this or that, but don't even understand, what are you healing from? What happened to you? Do you know what happened to you? Because it's interesting when I talk to people and I get to know their exes, and I always, it's so interesting that the first story they tell me and how things go is never how things really was in the end. Like, I get to know them, they tell me one thing, and then maybe like it starts getting a little rocky between us because I'm really intuitive and I'm really picking at what they don't want me to pick at. That's just how I am. Like, I pull out the information from people. People try to hide stuff all the time. You can't do it with me. Look, I'm here on YouTube. You can't do it with me. I pick and I pull and I pick and I pull from different things you've told me. And I try to make them make sense to you. And when they don't make sense to you, that's when I start making sense of really really happen. And that's when I clock the T and then just get mad. I've had that happen all the time. I honestly love it. It feels rejuvenating. Like, it is great. Like, it is beautiful. It is joyful. I love clocking people's tea, especially when it comes to men, because they want to sit up here and act like they know everything when they don't. They don't. And that also goes into, that's another thing. You have a lot of men that want to focus on who's not going to hold them accountable. Like, they will always go back to the abuser. They will go back to the neglector. They will go back to, you know, and let me not just say for men. Let me say for a lot of people, all people, because at the end of the day, the thing that an abuser does is that they hone in on your insecurity. They hone in on, you know, what you don't want people to know. They hone in on what you've probably only told them, and then they use it against you. And not in the way that you would think. They use it against you as in they hold it over your head. They also make you feel like nobody else wants you because of whatever you told them, or how you feel, or how people have made you feel. And that's another thing I've seen in relationships. I would love to be a relationships coach or a counselor. That stuff is cool. Yeah, these are all things I think about. These are all things I talk about. I'm not going to stop. I feel like a lot of people want me to not talk about Black men or not talk about, and I'm like, why would I talk about any other community? Like, I love my community of Black people. Why am I not talking about it? Why am I not talking about the men, the women? I talk about the women. I talk about myself. I talk about mistakes I've made. I talk about things that I've known or I've done. I talk about some crazy stories. Watch my other video where we talked about the guy who put the condom on inside out like 3 times. That was wild. You'll get the joke if you go watch the video. I talk about everything. I have no shame. Like, my stories help a lot of people. It helps people from being in abusive relationships. It helps people from being in relationships that other people are telling them to be in just for the sake of being in a relationship. It helps people keep their sanity. It helps Black women, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to let Black women know that they are beautiful. You're strong, but you don't have to be strong. Be proud of yourself and keep it pushing. Don't let nobody into your circle that should not be in your circle. And what's meant for you, it's meant for you. And that's why I'm here. I'm going to keep making content. Like, I love it. But definitely throw that term healing in the trash and just think about accountability. Think about realizing what happened to you. Realize what you did. Just realize. Like, get out of that delusional state. I feel like healing is a delusional state. Because a lot of people think healing just means you sit there, do nothing, take some time. And then another thing, too. When men approach healing, their healing era is going around screwing everybody's fucking lives up. Yep. I'm healing. I'm gonna go sleep with every girl I want to sleep with. And then they end up spreading stuff and getting people pregnant. And, like, no. The way men heal is disgusting. Especially because of online dating. It is terrible. Like, men are using online dating as a therapy. They're using it as a therapy. They're using the woman as a therapist because they know, all right, women, I'm a woman, right? I'm dating. I've been online. I've been offline. Doesn't matter. They know that women want marriage. They want to date. They want to get to marriage. They want a relationship. They know that somebody that's on a dating app has purpose. So what they're going to do is try to use that, because that also is I would say an insecurity. Like, I could say it's an insecurity of mine or anyone else's, because we are looking to date, right? So that is a vulnerable, let me say vulnerability. Let me say that's a vulnerable spot. It is a vulnerable spot to even put yourself out there and date online or in person. Is very vulnerable. People are awful people, you know what I mean? So that's why a lot of people tend to be with their high school sweetheart, be with whoever in the family set them up with, be with who's ever in their village or is gonna put up with their BS. Like, a lot of people, I've heard this before and I agree, true love feels dead because a lot of people are not really doing true love. They're doing what is convenient, right? So with this being said, that's where the trauma comes in. That's where the abuse comes in. That's where all of a sudden, after a 12-year relationship, a man wants to go, I'm on my healing journey. I just want to sleep around and pass STDs around. That's basically what they say in the people's face. Okay? Well, no, they're not saying that up front. They should say that up front. It's disgusting. But if they said it now, don't waste nobody's time. But that is the truth when it comes to men that want to bring up healing. They think healing is an excuse to be a bad person, which makes no sense. It really does. It makes no sense. But yeah, a lot of people traumatized, but don't let people that are traumatized affect your dating. Don't let it ruin your dating. That's another thing. A lot of people want to ruin you. Like, I still talk to people. I still got hundreds of people in my DMs. I'm out here dating. I'm doing my own thing. I'm being safe. I'm being cautious. I'm doing me. Like, I'm not going to stop. And I don't want other women to stop just because there's terrible people out here that start talking to you or me or whoever, right? And they start spewing all their trauma. They start trauma dumping on you. That too, like the trauma dumping and dating. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We haven't even met yet, and you're telling me so much of your trauma, which is fine somewhat, but it's like, what are we here for? I'm not your therapist. Also, women, you're not their therapist. I'm tired of men that want to come to me acting like I'm your therapist, and then when I clock you, you want to act like a little baby. Like, bye, boy. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I'm glad I got to make this video. I should head to bed now. Bye, guys.